Are you ever frozen by fear or stuck in a loop of doubting yourself? Like you want to move forward so badly, but something inside you keeps stopping you? You are not alone and you can do something. We'll look at the ancient wisdom of Miyamoto Musashi, the samurai who never lost, to show you how to get over your fears and doubts about yourself and find the courage that's already inside you. Step 1. Do it scared. A lot of people wait to act until they are sure of themselves. But having faith doesn't come before doing something. It comes after. Being brave doesn't mean not being afraid. It means being ready to move forward even though you're scared. Musashi knew this to be true. He fought more than 60 duels, and most of the time, his opponents were bigger and more experienced. Was he scared? Maybe. He didn't give up, though. With a strong will, he moved forward with his sword in hand. He didn't wait for the fear to go away. He went through it. In today's world, we are often led to believe that we need to be ready. You will rarely feel ready to do the things that scare you, though. Fear will show up when you start a business, talk in public, or end a bad relationship. Still, it's your job to do something. When fear says, "What if you fail?" to you, do something. Yes, I'm scared, tell yourself. I'm still going to do it. When you're scared, moving gives you strength. Your brain learns that fear is not in charge every time you do this. You make its hold weaker. You'll find that your fear gets smaller as you face it more often. He said, "You must understand that there is more than one path to the top of the mountain. Just putting one foot in front of the other is one of those ways, even if your knees are shaking. Don't wait until everything is just right. Do not wait until you feel brave. Being brave comes from doing things. Be scared and do it. That's how fear fails." Step 2. Write a wins list. Fear and self-doubt often grow when people forget things. You get weak sometimes. You forget how far you've come. You forget that you've made it through tough times before. That's why the second step is to make a list of the wins. This is an easy but powerful thing to do. Start writing down all of your past wins in a notebook or on a computer. They don't need to be big. The little wins are often the ones that mean the most. Did you finish school? Good job. Did you get over your heartbreak? Another win. When you failed, did you get back up and try again? That is a huge win. A man named Miyamoto Musashi worked out every day. He knew that practicing and thinking about it helped people get better. Writing down your wins trains your mind to think about facts instead of feelings. Fear is real. The things on your list are true. Musashi once said, "The way you train is the only way you can fight." Writing down your wins is good for your mind. You remember that you've been through tough times before and come out on top. You went through the fire and came out stronger. You can't do this, self-doubt will tell you, but your wins list will protect you. When you look at it, you think, "I've done worse things." Remember times when you were proud of yourself. Not only successes, but also growth as a person. Every so often, add new wins, no matter how small. This list will become a record of your strengths over time. Picture of how strong you are. A journal for the fighter inside you. Even though you don't always win, the fact that you're still alive means you've won a lot of them. Remember those times. Take care of them. They can help you remember how strong you are. Musashi didn't become a master by not working on himself. He learned from every battle. In the same way, learn from your successes and remember that you are not starting from scratch. You have always been strong. Don't forget it. Step 3. Talk to your future self. Fear keeps us in the present most of the time. We think about what might go wrong, what we're not good at, or what other people might think. That's why the third step is to talk to yourself in the future. You are already the person you want to be in the future. More powerful, smarter, feeling more sure. Not having any doubts about yourself. Miyamoto Musashi never thought about the present moment. He talks about seeing things clearly in the Book of 5 Rings. Not just the way they are, but also the way they could be. To get over your fear, you have to change the way you think. Give this a try. Close your eyes and picture yourself in 5 years. You got over your fears. You did something. You've reached your goals. What does the other you look like? How do they think, talk, and walk? Right now, write a letter to yourself from the future. Let that part of you give you help, support, and knowledge. What would they say? What they might say? You're stronger than you know. Take a chance. It's worth it. Try it, you won't regret it. You'll feel bad that you didn't try. When you do this exercise, your mind changes from fear to hope. You can take strength from the future with it. See that which you can't see with the eye, Musashi said. That is exactly what it is. It's how you see the person you're becoming. The person you will be in the future is real. They come from all the brave choices you make today. When fear tells you you can't, tell yourself, yes, you can. Do not stop. When you talk to your future self, you break the illusion that the person you are now is the last form. It's not. You change all the time. You are always moving. Your fear wants to stop time, but your future self wants to move forward. When you feel stuck in fear, ask yourself, what would I do now if I were today? After that, do that. Let yourself from the future lead you from fear to power. Step 4. Laugh at fear. Miyamoto Musashi trained hard, but he also knew how to be detached. He said, think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world. You weaken your fears when you think about them in a light way. That means you take away their power. Fear often makes things worse than they are. Everyone will laugh at you if you speak up, it says. Your life will end if you try and fail. You can see how silly these thoughts are when you really think about them. So, to the point. The next time your mind tells you, don't do it, you'll look bad, laugh and tell it, thanks for your time, fear. But I can handle this. Fear is not a wise counselor, it's more like a nervous sidekick. In psychology, there is a method known as cognitive spread. It teaches you to be different from your thoughts instead of letting them run your life. Funny things can help with this. You make room when you laugh at fear. You can be free in that place. Musashi wasn't shaking when he went into fight. He walked in calmly, focused, and without any feelings. That doesn't mean he wasn't careful, it just means he didn't let his fear control him. You can do the same thing. Feel scared? Draw a funny picture of it. Name it something silly. Make a person out of it. Talk to it like a child every time it comes up. Hello, Carl the Coward. Thanks for coming to see us. Having a great day, but thanks for stopping by. When you laugh, fear changes into a house cat. Remember that most of your fears are just thoughts and not real things. Be afraid, but don't worship it. Make fun of it. Laugh at how crazy it is. Shrink it with a smile. There is no power over you when you don't give fear any attention. You can only beat fear if you treat it like a king. Instead, make it your clown. Step 5. Try the 5-second rule. When you're scared, you might not want to do something or change your mind. The 5-second rule, made famous by Mel Robbins, is a way to get people to take action. People are told to follow this easy rule. They should count how many times they want to act before they stop. This method skips over the mind's overthinking and gets people to act, which is the opposite of fear. Musashi believed in making quick decisions. He knew that if you hesitated in fight, you would die. This rule can be used in many situations, like when you need to speak up in a meeting, get up early to train, or ask for help. By following this rule, it becomes easier to do and the person is better able to respond. If you follow the 5-second rule for a week, it can help you feel more confident and get over your fears. Being slow makes fear stronger, but if you act before it does, you'll win. It only takes 5 seconds to get over your fear. Step 6. Switch what if to so what. Fear often leads to questions such as what if? What if I fail? What if they think badly of me? And what if I'm not good enough? These questions are disguised as reasons to avoid action and hinder growth. Instead, the question should be, so what? Which translates to, what if I fail? What if they make fun of me? And, so what? Which means, so what? It is not laziness but bravery and the strength to keep going no matter what. Miyamoto Musashi, for example, took many risks in his life and would never have gotten into a single fight if he had lived by the question, so what? He saw every result as a chance to learn and take things as they are. This, so what? Mindset is not laziness but bravery and the strength to keep going no matter what. To overcome fear, one should create a list of their 3 biggest fears and ask themselves, so what if that happens? This will help them realize that the fear is not as bad as it seems and that they can handle it. This mindset strengthens the mind and frees the mind from the need for perfection. Musashi's goal was to be in charge, not to be safe. Instead of fear, one should have resolve and change the question to, so what? And keep going. Step 7. Pretend you're confident. It sounds like you're lying. But it's not lying, it's a plan. Sense is strong and sight is weak, Musashi said one time. It's important to think about faraway things as if they were close when you're making plans. When you act strong, you can see your future strength and use it now. Your brain starts to believe you when you act confident, even when you don't feel confident. How you stand changes how you think. Your tone changes how you feel. How you move changes how motivated you are. Being able to think and feel through your body is called embodied cognition. Your mind tells you, we're okay, when you stand tall, speak clearly, and move with purpose. We can do this. Stand tall and take deep breaths before you have a tough talk. Say, I trust myself, to yourself in the mirror before you make a big choice. When you start to question yourself, be the most sure of yourself that you can be. You're not lying. You're brave. You're stepping into your full ability. Musashi didn't win fights by backing down. Even before he was a master, he walked into war with the power of one. What he did, how he thought, and how much practice gave him confidence. You can do the same thing. You choose to be confident, not how you feel. When you act sure of yourself, you train your brain to help you instead of hurt you. Act like you're sure of yourself until you don't have to. Because that version of you, the brave one, the one that matters, the person who doesn't think or hesitate, that's not a fake you. Under the layers of fear, that's the real you. Be that person. Talk like that person. Walk like that person. And you'll become that person in the end. When you're sure of yourself, fear can't stop you. Lead even if you're not sure.